Good morning. So today I'm gonna talk about my stamp collection and how I'm organizing my stamps, my clear stamps. My wooden stamps are just in a big box. I will show you that later. And I usually stamp with an acrylic block and clear stamp. I clean my stamps with, wait, I'll show you, this double stamp scrubber, which is well loved. And I've also got this Nuvo pad, which I haven't used yet, but I think I will soon. Sorry about the noise, but for me to record this in a flat lay situation, I have to open my window, and I live in a very big neighborhood, so it's quite loud, but I think you'll forgive me for that. So I've been collecting clear stamps for the last, I think, 10 years, yeah. And I have many stamps. I really love to incorporate stamps in my craft, in my letters, in my kits, everything. I really use stamps a lot. So I've come to a conclusion that having this kind of sheets that I need to open and take out and then clean it and then put it back, it takes a lot of time for me in my process. So for the last year I've been using this clear CD packaging, which been amazing. And this kind of system is something that works for me. That's okay if it doesn't work for you, but for me it's really easy to just look at the number. I have a file on my computer, like a table that I've made, and it has the number like 51, and then it says postal stamps, stamps for mail, and stuff like that. So I just grab one. Look how easy it is to peel this off. Then I put it in this acrylic blocks, and I have many acrylic blocks, because when I create, I just grab them and use them in a fast way. So I don't have time to take everyone to clean and then put it back to the CD. I usually put back to the CD when I finish my project or something. So my desk is always filled with this kind of acrylic blocks. I usually take like a big one and I put all the stamps that I've used, put it like that, and then when I'm watching YouTube or something like that, I just put it in my scrubber. Really helpful for me. I take, where I'll find it, yeah, I take this one. This is Tazon cleaning spray. I spray it on this size, the wet size, and then, wait, I'll show you. Then I'll take the dirty stamp, I scrub it, and then I give it a dry scrub, and then I usually go with this kind of cloth and just clean the corners of the block so it be clean and dry, and I put it aside. So that's my method, and it really works for me. The only time that it doesn't work, I'll show you. These kinds of stems. I actually had these stems, alternate stems, in CDs, and I put it back because this guide is very helpful. And when even when I took this CD and I put only these 4 and only these 3 and only these 3, it still was really hard to stamp, and it was actually easier to use this stamp set when it's still on the original packaging. So that's the only thing. All the other individual stamps I just use this method and I put it back. And I have in my computer the file which says the category, that is snail mail, letters, pen pals. This is the category, the number, and also the number of the drawer that I have, because I have many drawers that I dedicate to stamping, to stamps, and I just know that this one is for the top drawer. And I also have in my Alex unit, I have a washi tape that says kind of a category. I have flowers, I have leaves, I have project life category, I have traveler's notebook category, journals, cards, and also kids. And kids, you can see there all the forest animals, all the cute little balloons, and I'll try to find even like an example for each category so you'll see. And I am really a stamper, like this is my thing. I really love the fact that paper crafting and you know, scrapbooking and paper art is really the way for you to find the one thing that you really love. And for me, stamping has always been this kind of thing. I stamp every day, and this is why it's a good investment also when it comes to not just money but also the time, because now I just go to my computer and I know exactly where to find this stamp and where to find this stamp, and it's just a matter of seconds. When you have a small collection, I don't think I would do it because it takes time to categorize everything. But when you don't have a small collection, you have many stamps in many categories, I think that's the way to go. I have the brush from Tim Holtz and it's amazing. I use it all the time. I don't have it in my as like this because I have each one of the stems its own acrylic block because I use it every day and it's easier, especially that it's clean stamp and not clear stamp. It's easier for me to just put it with its own acrylic block and then use it directly on my card or my layout, because I don't really love to store these kinds of stamps. That's not my thing. I try to store it and it was just messy and I needed to take it all the time. So I have a special drawer here next to me. I store there all my favorite stamps. Like this one, look how huge is that. Like, it's also very heavy, and this is actually one of my favorite stamp blocks. Like, this is amazing. It's from apple pie, and the ones that I have, these are, I think, the only size that I have from apple pie memories. Yeah, this one, I have many from this size. Look how thick. For me, it's very important because I stamp all the time. For me, the quality. This is also from apple pie memories. It's important for me that it's gonna be thick and sturdy, and you can stamp it without hurting your wrist. And I really love this one. I really do. So I have this in my drawers. And for Alta New, I think because I've collected so many Alta New stamps, I just take everything, I put it here, and it's easier for me to know that I have only one place for the Alta New stamps. So I think my top 5 things you need when you're starting stamping, and this is actually something I started with, is this Lawn Fawn, a small acrylic block. I love this. I love how I can grab all my fingers, so the pressure is really a sturdy one, and also from all around my acrylic block. So I'll show you. This one, I think, yeah, I used this one, and you get a really clean stamping, you see. And the reason I get this really nice stamping is because I put exact pressure all over my stamp, and when the paper is pressed and I press with my acrylic block and my hand is just grabbing all the sides, the stamping comes out like really nice, like a crisp and smooth way every time. So I think that using a good acrylic block is the right way to go. I've always felt that. So I have this one many times, like I think I have like 8 or 9 of these. And also, so this is from Lawn Fawn, this is from the apple pie memories, and see, I have many, and it's amazing. You just put the stamp in the middle and you'll get a beautiful impression. So these two, I think, are a must-have. I have a Misty, and I use it when I want to make a really beautiful design of roses, like layered roses. So this is when I use the Misty, and I talk about it in a different video. But when I'm making like a single stamp, I use this two the most, like every day. And also I use this one, the spray, which is amazing. I use it for years. Like, I finish one, I start one, I finish one, I start one. I do believe that it's better to use this one instead of baby wipes. I used to use baby wipes, sorry about the noise, but I'm not using that anymore because it's not good for the environment. This is when I want to use like really small items. I use VersaFine in a cube, but most of the time I use VersaFine Onyx Black in this hinged kind of packaging. I hate it. Come on, I hate it. I must say it. I don't like it at all, that I need to grab it and stamp. But I heard that they change it, so the next time I have to buy one, I hope to get something else. I also got this one from a local store, but I must say that I'm not a fan at all. No, I'm not. I'm sorry that I bought it, because I don't like the fact that it stains my stem so much, even though I do have this one and this one. I do have these, and it's still not taking the stain away. So that's it about my stamping process. If you have questions, please let me know. I'll be so happy to try and answer your questions. And that's it. I hope you enjoy it. So see you next time. Bye bye.